my wonderful friends. Guess what? I was on a walk this morning and I found something very special. Want to see what it is? Da-da-da-da! It's a beautiful autumn leaf. Have you been seeing beautiful leaves on your walk to and from school? Well, I think this is a really wonderful one. I wonder what kind it is. Yeah, there are different kinds of leaves. There are different kinds of trees. They aren't just all plain old trees, you know. Just like when we think of animals, there are very particular kinds of animals. There are lions and tigers, there are bears, there are monkeys, there are goldfish, there are kitty cats and puppy dogs, all different kinds of animals. The same is true with flowers. We say a bouquet of flowers, but they're really very particular kinds of flowers. There might be a lily, or a daisy, or a sunflower, or a zinnia. And teachers might call you kids, hey kids, but you're very different people. You each have a name too, and you're each very unique in your own way, just like each kind of animal and flower, and just like each kind of leaf and tree. Each kind of leaf and tree has its own name too. But how will we learn the names of leaves and trees that are all around us? Well, I'm your librarian, so I bet you know what I'm going to say. It's time to look at a book. Autumn Leaves by Ken Robbins. This book was published by Scholastic Press in 1998, and all rights are reserved by the author and illustrator and publisher. Oh my goodness, we're just using this for one-time educational use. So let's have a quick peek at this book. There it is, Autumn Leaves by Ken Robbins. There's the dedication page, the special page, where Ken Robbins makes this book kind of a present for his friend Maria. But what a pretty leaf on the bottom of that page. I can't wait to learn about leaves. Let's keep reading. Autumn is a time to look closely at leaves. In spring and summer, the leaves on most trees are green, but in autumn, those green leaves turn different colors and fall to the ground. Some leaves just dry up and turn a dull brown, while others turn colors that are brilliant and bold, orange, yellow, red, purple, and gold, painting the landscape and changing the world. The leaves of most trees are flat and thin. Most are connected to the tree by a stem. All leaves have veins. The veins of some leaves are quite easy to see. Some leaves are shiny, some are dull. Some have shapes that are simple. Some have shapes that are not. Some have lots of leaflets that make up a leaf. Sometimes lots of leaflets make up a leaf. Yes, look at those tiny little leaves on the honey locust. Some are big. Oh, look at that big magnolia. Some are small, like these teeny tiny maple leaves. Some are narrow, like the pin cherry, and some are wide, like the linden. Some leaves are not the same on their right and left sides. Others have edges that are jagged. Look at those aspens. Can you run your finger on the screen? Can you see how the edges are zigzaggy? Some have edges that are smooth. Leaves are different on each different tree. Look at them carefully and see what you see. Let's look at the leaves of the smoke tree. The smoke tree's leaves are shaped like paddles. The stalks of its flowers are so thin and fine that from a distance they look like smoke. The birch trees. We have birch around here in Chicago. The bark of the gray birch is white and smooth and shines like silver when it catches the light. Birch leaves have jagged edges. Do you see those up and down edges? Those are jagged edges. Ginkgo. Ginkgo trees grew in prehistoric times. Dinosaurs once ate their fan-shaped leaves. You know, sometimes people also call a ginkgo tree a stinko tree because when the leaves start to change, they have a very putrid smell. You'll smell it when we go on a walk and you smell that ginkgo tree. Linden. The leaves of the linden tree are rather large and shaped like hearts, but they're yellow, not like a red Valentine heart. Linden leaves, like the book says, are very big. I wonder if we'll find some on our walk. Sassafras. Several different shapes of leaves can grow on the branches of one sassafras tree. Some even look like mittens. Children, we don't have many sassafras trees around us, but every now and then someone will plant one. We have to keep our eyes out for these unusual leaves. Do you see those edges? Those are smooth, not like some of the others we've seen. Sweet gum. The leaves of the sweet gum tree are almost always shaped like stars. How beautiful! It's like a star tree. Hickory. There are compound leaves on the hickory tree. That means there are many leaves on one stem. 5 leaflets or more make up the leaf. Red oak. Red oak trees have pointed leaves. Oak trees come in many different forms, but they all make acorns in the fall. I think oak trees are one of my favorite types of trees. Fern leaf beech. The fern leaf beech has smooth gray bark. Its leaves, when they're dry, look like question marks. Those are tiny little leaves. Cherry. Cherries are the fruit of the cherry tree. Some are sour, some are sweet. Cherry tree leaves are shinier on one side than they are on the other. We don't have many cherry trees around us, but it is a good idea to look at both sides of the leaves. I wonder if some of our leaves will be shinier on one side or the other. Dogwood. The dogwood tree has beautiful flowers in the early spring. The pretty dogwood leaves are like ovals with points. I like those colors, do you? Yellow poplar. The yellow poplar is also called the tulip tree. The leaves look a little like a tulip flower. Maple. Oh, this is a very common tree around us. Maple trees often have the brightest and most colorful leaves of all the trees in the fall. Oh, this is a lot of words, but don't worry, I'll read it to you. Green leaves make food out of something as slight as carbon dioxide and water and light. Oh, this page is going to tell us a little bit about why leaves change color. Green leaves make a kind of sugar to help trees grow. It's made from water and light and a part of the air called carbon dioxide. There's a proper word for this: photosynthesis. Can you say that word? Photosynthesis. There are special scientific words for the chemicals that give leaves their color. It's chlorophyll that makes them green. Let's say chlorophyll. Chlorophyll. The yellow is from xanthophyll. Can you say xanthophyll? The orange is carotene. Carotene. That's right. The reds and purples are anthocyanin. That's a big word, anthocyanin. And brown is the result of something called tannin. When photosynthesis stops in the fall, the green part of leaves dries up and dies. Then we start to see the amazing colors, the yellows and golds that were there all the time. And sometimes a bit of sugar gets left in the leaf when it dies. That turns the leaf purple or red for a while. Sooner or later, all these colors fade to brown. Eventually, the base of the stem, where the leaf is attached to the tree, grows brittle. That word brittle means it breaks easily. Then when the wind blows even a little, the leaf breaks off and flutters through the air to the ground. And before you know it, all the leaves are down and the trees are bare. And there's a bare tree, but we don't have to be sad about a bare tree. It's not a bare tree, it doesn't grow bears. A tree without leaves is also called bare, B-A-R-E. And even though the tree looks empty and like it's not alive, it's sleeping. It's storing energy, kids, so it can grow more leaves again in the spring. This is a wonderful season, and I'm so glad that we were able to enjoy. Let me get us back to that page. To enjoy, oops, Autumn Leaves by Ken Robbins, because this is a great way to introduce us to our own leaf walk. That's right, kids. We're going to be making our own leaf books, our own collections of beautiful leaves. I'm going to be giving you special guide to help you identify the leaves. I wonder how many we're going to collect together. I wonder how many different kinds. I look forward to learning the names of all the autumn leaves with you, children. And I love reading books with you. See you soon.